Back in the days, my channel was known for making content which was career mode series. I used to post content with teams like Crystal Palace. You can see it right here in FIFA 15. Trust me guys, it was the most fun I had. Probably the most iconic series on my channel to this date. And I miss it. I really do. So right now as we speak, this Crystal Palace side needs me because they are in the 15th position. Yes, Crystal Palace 15th with 21 points. And in the last 5 games, they have only won 1 of those. Roy Hodgson, their current manager, did a great job in the last season. I remember a period where people were talking about Crystal Palace all the time. This season, it has been a little bit tougher. Some major injuries have popped up left, right, and center. It seems like they really can't be playing their best team constantly. And now Potter, the man that got sacked by Chelsea and previously was the coach of Brighton, is the one that could possibly become Crystal Palace's manager. Now, I want to take over this club. I want to play with Crystal Palace again to bring up all the incredible memories of back in the day where Dwight Gale, Yusuf Poulsen, Ozan Tufan, those were the players that really made career mode the most fun game I ever played. So let's dive in. Let's jump into the Crystal Palace career mode and let's create something special for me and for you. Hey there everyone, before we dive deeper into today's video, I just want to talk to you guys about something that's very close to my heart. Recently, as you guys might know, I experienced the loss of my beloved grandfather. My entire family has struggled to cope with the emotions that came with this pivotal moment in our lives. For me, it served as a reminder as to how glad I am that I got my mental health in order so I can be there for my family members that are struggling the most and comfort them throughout these tough times. But there was a time in my life where I wasn't this strong mentally and I felt like everything was falling apart. I was drowning in bills, not able to go ahead and make ends meet, and also questioning the dream of becoming a YouTuber, something I wanted to achieve since I was a little child. It pushed me into a deep and isolating, depression-like phase in my life where I just didn't feel comfortable speaking to anyone about it because it felt so unique to me. I just felt like no one would really understand. Why am I telling you all of this? It's because I want you to know that it's okay to not feel okay. It's fine to feel like no one understands you, but in those specific types of moments, I feel like therapy can be an incredibly valuable resource that you should be thinking about. It's a safe space where you can openly express your feelings and thoughts without judgment. It's not something to feel ashamed of at all. In fact, it is the first step towards healing. So this video is in paid partnership with BetterHelp. They're an online therapy service dedicated to providing convenient and affordable mental health support to you. BetterHelp can connect you to credentialed therapists that can help you through the ups and downs of life. Whether you're dealing with grief, stress, anxiety, or just need someone to talk to, BetterHelp is the service for you. Thousands of people have already found solace and guidance through BetterHelp. And the best part is, it is flexible. You can access therapy from the comfort of your own home, making it more accessible and convenient than ever before. Now, I've got something special for those who want to give BetterHelp a try. I have a specific code, Johnny, that will give you 10% off on your first therapy session. It's a small step that can make a big difference in your life. Remember, you're never alone in your struggles, and seeking help is not a weakness. I truly believe that BetterHelp can be a lifeline for many of you out there. Thank you for letting me share this message today. Remember, you're worth it and your mental health matters. Check out BetterHelp in the description down below and make that first step towards a healthier and happier you. You've got this. Now, here's the deal. I am fully aware that Crystal Palace have some unbelievable talents in there, or talented players in there, I should say, like Eze, who has been unreal for this team every time he's not injured, of course. And then you have Olise in here, who's also another one that many clubs are wanting to sign. He was linked to Manchester City in the summer. I don't think the move has gone through at that point. I believe he actually extended his contract. And then Eze, obviously, just a player that you can watch with joy. These two are just so essential to the success of Crystal Palace. Then you have Odsonne Edouard up top, who's a former Celtic man. Then you have the one of the Ayew brothers still in this squad, which is hilarious. I'm seeing tweets saying like the fact that the Ghana national team still has both IU brothers is a joke. So yeah, I don't know what you guys think about him, but that's just something I was seeing. Then we have Lerma in here alongside Hughes. In the right back position, the former Liverpool man Nathaniel Klein, and then Anderson, who is actually doing an amazing job generally speaking. I don't know if he has kept up his great performances in the past couple of weeks. I'm not aware, sadly. But then you also have a very talented player in Guehiyart here, who is English, 22 years old, captain. That guy could remain captain material for a long time. And then we have Mitchell, a youngster in the left back position, just 23 years old. And then Henderson in goal, the man who was at Manchester United, didn't get playtime, and now is here at Crystal Palace. As I go down the list, you have a former good talent like Richards. At the time when he was at Bayern Munich, a lot of people expected him to be the next big thing. Then you have França right there, 19-year-old Brazilian who could turn out to be a great player, of course. You have Ahamada here, who's also a youngster, 21 years old, and Ebiowe, who is 66 rated with the age of 19. So a couple of very talented lads in here, and then just the good old Rob Holding. It's funny. I don't even know if he actually got playtime for Crystal Palace. If you guys know, let me know. And then Riedewald, who used to be a sick talent as well. Now, you might be wondering, what do I want to do with this team? Obviously, we have some great players that I would love to keep hold of, but in certain positions and stuff, I would love to bring in players from my old career mode. And this right here is the squad report from back in the day in FIFA 15. So from that squad report, I can actually see in my video which positions I had sorted out with certain players. And those are the ones that are going to inspire me for making these signings coming up in this video. Not every single one of them, but at least some of them will be inspired by the lads from my old career mode. And we're going to start off in goal. Manuel Ledesma. And before that, Speroni. Oh my God, Speroni was the GOAT for me back in FIFA 15. So I'm going in for an Argentine goalkeeper. Speroni and Ledesma back in the day used to be both Argentine goalkeepers. So this is the one I'm going for. Someone I need to build up for the future. Not someone for the now, but someone we can loan out and hopefully get more out of. This right here is Sebastian Meza from Huracan. Jordan Ayew, take care. Thank you, though. I just actually looked up his stats. He's actually not doing too terrible for Crystal Palace this season. He has managed to get 2 goals and 5 assists for them. So props for that. But we do have Jeffrey Schlupp right here. I think that was his name, isn't it? He's now on the 76 rating and in that position for us. And then we do have Dokore as well. Well, obviously has been injured for a little bit now. Recently, I've just checked his stats too. And Olise now has a hamstring issue. So a lot of issues with this squad. Sam Johnston used to play a bunch of games. Now Dean Henderson is playing again. So another thing to think about. But Meza is someone I want to build up for the future of this club. I don't know how far Dean Henderson can take it. He's 26. He could possibly take it quite far, actually. But Meza is going to go out on loan and hopefully come back as an absolute beast later on, because I would love to have him in there as my Speroni. So back in FIFA 15, I used to have Alejandro Bartra Aregal. This guy used to be a Spanish fullback that I wanted to sign for multiple seasons, and it took me such a long time to finally get him into the squad. So I am going for a Spanish right back to upgrade on Nathaniel Klein. This, my friends, is Victor Gomez coming in from Braga for 10.7 million plus Nathaniel Klein, which can't be a good rating. Yeah, it has to be like a C. We paid a lot for this one, I'll be honest with you. But this is someone for the future. 74 rated, good amount of pace, decent passing and dribbling. Someone that likes to move forward, high attacking work rate, 23 years old, and the block play style, which could be quite useful defensively speaking. So one thing I don't like about this team is how far away my center backs are from each other. Let's push that a little bit closer. Let's pull these fullbacks a little bit closer as well. I don't know what it is with these formations that you set out, EA, because if I go onto that right back and I want to change his position, it only shows me right wing back and not right back. So clearly he's not in a right back position. So how do you actually put them in there without that being the position for a right back? Makes no sense. Anyways, let's move on. Victor Gomez is here. Again, as I said, I'm not going to replace everyone in this team with a player from that old career mode. But I can tell you another thing. If you look closely in that list, there's a freaking Eric Dyer. Yes. And in this video, I actually say, oh, he was Not the fastest, but he was super strong. I really loved Eric Dyer, and I used to say Eric Dier back then. I don't know why. And yeah, he was part of that team. And now I think Guehi can be my Eric Dyer. He's English. It works perfectly, so let's freaking go. Back in the day, there used to be a Turkish midfielder who was incredible for me. Take a look at Ozan Tufan. 87 rated, 29 years old with only 23 million value. If it was an FC24, it would be much higher. Values were different back in the day. And then you look at the stats of his, right? Physical was already quite decent, but like once you go down to the technical side, 98 ball control, 97 marking, 98 slide tackle, 97 stand tackle, 87 shot power, 96 short passing, and he could score bangers with that 87 shot power. So real quick though, before I show you the player that I signed, why don't we get squad reports like these anymore, where I can see the player stats all at once rather than having to scroll through everything? Man, sometimes I honestly feel like we have definitely gone backwards in terms of making things simpler and just look nicer. But hey, that's just me. Let me know what you guys think about that topic. But I brought in Salih Özcan. The only player that would have been the perfect one was Orkun Kökçü, because he can also score bangers from outside the box, but he's worth like 15 million. So I can't afford him. Salih Özcan was the next best option for us. CDM, 12.9 million. Now he's becoming a starting lineup player at Crystal Palace. This man, just like Ozan Tufan, is someone who can do everything. Pace, passing, dribbling, defending, physicality. Used to be at Köln, now at Borussia Dortmund. The guy is someone that gets playtime sometimes, and then all of a sudden he drops out of the team again. He's just not set in that team properly, so I can see Dortmund move on from him in the future. And yeah, now Crystal Palace can call him their own. And in walks the next man. This, my friends, is Jacob Ramsey. Yes, I was looking for an English winger, and this one would be perfect. Now, I do know this guy has played centrally as well, so I'm kind of surprised looking at his position, but still, this is a player I want because I can't bring in Bukayo Saka, obviously. So Jacob Ramsey, I sold a couple of players. We have 25.8 million spent for him. In value terms, again, a C. But that's okay. He's going to play in that right midfield position for me. I'm going to turn Olis into a left midfielder. He's left-footed anyways. Eze is going to be in that cam position. And that right midfield position is going to be Jacob Ramsey. The reason behind that is, back in the day, I used to have Nathan Redmond in this team with an 88 rating. Speed-wise, he was ridiculous. And then if you look at ball control, dribbling, all these things, his stats are just insane right there. So this is now the signing that I am bringing in to mimic Nathan Redmond, an English midfielder. This guy, once again, Ramsey, has all pace, shooting, passing, dribbling, physicality. If we grow him even more, he can add a lot more pace to his game, and he can become a lot more dangerous for us. So welcome Jacob Ramsey to Crystal Palace. This is a lovely signing. And now for the final signing, I'm going for the striker. Yes, I will be bringing in a striker. Let's see who it's going to be, because it has to be one of the best players in this rebuild. Ideally, I wanted a very young striker, but it's okay. This is Eddie Nketiah. He needs a team that can trust in him, build him up. Imagine Nketiah alongside Eze and Olis. That could be fire at Crystal Palace. Maybe that's a signing they can make in the future, because I believe Nketiah, I don't think he's going to be happy of being like a backup number 3 once Arsenal bring in a top striker into their team. So he's coming in for Mitch McGugan. This guy was everything for me. He was the striker of my dreams. A left-footed Englishman, 90 rated at the time, 25 years old, insane amounts of pace. And when you look at his shooting stats down there, 98 finishing with 98 shot power with great long shots on top of it. That guy was a beast for me. And now we are bringing in Eddie Nketiah as a new striker into this Crystal Palace side. He's going to be my number 1. Nketiah, I'm going to give you a team where you can be the starter consistently and showcase people what you have. Because many times already, we have, like all of us who have watched a couple of Arsenal games, have seen this guy has talent. There is something in there. Maybe he just needs the trust of knowing that he's going to be the undisputed number 1. So in this Crystal Palace team, you can be exactly that in Nketiah. So our first season has ended, and we are looking at Crystal Palace in a 12th position. Obviously not amazing, but still pretty decent. I think if Crystal Palace finished off in a 12th to 10th position, a lot of fans would be very, very happy considering where they are right now. Man City winning the league title. In the top left, you can see that my manager rating is low. I don't know why. My mod stopped working for some reason, so hopefully I won't get fired. If I do, this is going to be painful. But Eddie, he was injured for quite a while. He only played 28 games. He had a torn hamstring, I believe. He got 13 goals. Eze coming in with the 12 and 8, Olise with the 10 and 3, and then Ramsey with the 8 and 10. So the front four that we are building right here is going to be very effective. And Sali got himself 6 goals and 2 assists. Impressive stuff. And generally speaking, rating-wise, we're looking all right. I think if Eddie wasn't injured, he could have gotten to that 80 rating. Gomez gone up to a 79. Next season, everyone is going to be above 80. Goalkeeper Henderson has gone up to an 82. So maybe we do not need Meza after all, but still very good to see that these guys are growing nicely. Hopefully this continues into the next season. If it doesn't, it's going to be a painful experience, but let's hope it does, because Crystal Palace needs to keep going up the league table. Remember when we finished in the 12th position last season? Forget about that. Third, yes, 9 places we have gone up. Crystal Palace just 7 points off the title. I didn't think that would be possible, but seeing that we are up here, I'm assuming Nketiah managed to stay fit and the lads have grown. Now, at this stage, I'm not saying I'm not going to make any more transfers. More are going to come in at the start of next season, by the way, because I do want to get a couple more of those old career mode lads in here. And we are looking at a team with Eze on an 86, Olise up to an 87. He is the main man in the team with that 87. Guehi on an 85. My Eric Dyer in this team, basically. I'm acting like Dyer doesn't exist anymore. He just joined Bayern Munich, which blows my mind still. But yeah, we are looking at a very, very strong side that now is going to be capable of playing in European football. At first, I thought maybe we can push for a Conference League spot, but we end up in the 3rd position, which just impresses me so much. The fact that Fulham is 5th, wow. I mean, impressive stuff. So let's go ahead into the individual performances here and see who has done it. Nketiah, how many goals? Oh, it's Eze with the most goals, Olise with 15 and 7, Nketiah 15 and 1, Ramsey with the 8 and 4, Özcan 6 and 4. Seems like a lot of people have chimed in, but they don't necessarily have like an insane goal scorer in the team, which is quite interesting. All right then, lads. That's what we have going on. And real quick, the youngsters that we have, what are their ratings right now that we have loaned out? So Meza on a 76. My God, can't speak. We have Rak Saki, I am still mispronouncing his name. Someone told me in the comments, I forgot. He was insane in one of my career modes. We have Franca here, or Franca, 74 rated. The other lads have been brought in. I had to bring this guy in to keep my manager rating high, but luckily my mods are working now, so don't need that anymore. So let's quickly get rid of this as a sign to EA. Your objectives are trash. But yeah, generally speaking, an incredible season. Didn't think we would get here this quickly, but now the question is, can we stay up there? Because too many times I've gotten into positions like these and I've failed completely. Back in the day, one of my favorite defenders to use on the game was Björn Engels. I had no clue about this guy, brought him into the team, and he turned into an absolute legend for me. So right now, I am looking for a Belgian centre-back that could possibly at some point take over the position if Anderson or Guehi don't grow enough. Now, I don't think he's going to be there yet. He comes in with a 74 rating. He's going to be quite useful moving forward. Meza has returned, 77 rated. What I love about this is basically Rak right here can be our Nathan Redmond in this case, so he can come in there. Riedewald is in here alongside Richards as well, who's up to a 78, by the way. Pretty impressive, his rating there. And then we have Franca as well, who could come in ahead of... I do need a cam backup, to be fair. Who I'm gonna... I think I'm gonna drop this guy. He's not good enough anyway. So what Franza can come in as a cam backup. All these guys are returning from their loans, and we can clearly tell they're going to be good backups for the team moving forward. But Spielers is a big talent. He's currently playing for Club Brugge. If you guys haven't paid any attention to him, he's definitely someone to watch out for, someone that could be bought in the future for a lot of money. He is 6'2" tall right now as he comes into our team, and 20 years old. So he is my Björn Engels. Back in the day, before people knew James Ward-Prowse was what he is today, I had him at a 90 rating. He was unbelievable. Ball control, crossing, dribbling, passing, shooting. He was so good for me. So right now, I was looking for an English central midfielder that can help us out moving into the future, and that one is James Garner. He's coming in for 20 million into this club, and he's going to be a great backup for this team. Comes in as a 79 rated player that can do defense and possibly help out in offense as well. As you can see, he can play in that right midfield position, which he has done for Everton a couple of times, I believe. Not because he's great in that spot, just because he had to, I believe, due to some injuries. I might be wrong on that, but still, Garner is now here, and he's the one mimicking James Ward-Prowse for this team. I mean, I could have obviously also just brought in James Ward-Prowse, but I wanted someone that can play in that CDM role and center midfield, because we obviously are rocking 2 CDMs. So that's gonna be a great backup for our team. Would you believe me if I told you that I completely forgot that I have a standing desk? Yes, that's how long it's been since I actually pulled this boy up, and I feel much healthier already. So guys, we are looking at the end of the season right now. 29th of May, we don't have a Champions League final to play, which is no surprise. But if we go into the games right here, you'll see that we got kicked out by the likes of Inter. 1-1 draw in the first game, 2-1 loss in the second, and Crystal Palace are second in the league. Last time around, we were third. This time it's second. Can it be the first in the next season? And by the way, the light is right above me. It's right here. It's just out of the frame. So that's why I am lit up beautifully right now. So let's dive into the stats of the boys real quick. We have Nketiah. Let's go. The man has done much better this time. Eze with the 16 and 14. Olis with the 15 and 8. Özcan keeps scoring from the CDM position, just like Ozan Tufan back in the day. And then Ramsey with the 5 and 8 from right midfield. So here is our team. Nketiah up to an 84. Not amazing. It's okay. I need a little bit more from you, buddy. Eze 88. Olis 90. That's the first 90 in the team. And as we go down, we have other players. I just realized I had a piece of chocolate stuck on my tooth, and hopefully that wasn't visible. So let's go ahead and see what else we have here. Defensively, we're looking outstanding. Midfield looks great. It's just Nketiah. He's the lowest rated player in our team. Mitch McGugan could never. He was the best in my team. So yes, that is the season done. We are getting ourselves Champions League football, and I'm becoming healthier by standing while working. I should be doing this a lot more, like a ton more. Guys, if you're sat all day, like me, get yourself a standing desk. That's not all. Then actually use it, because clearly I haven't. AC Milan couldn't stop us, and now PSV Eindhoven tried, but they couldn't do it either. Manchester City in the Champions League, 3-1 in the first round, 4-2 on aggregate. Goodbye, Manchester City. Crystal Palace has this season actually made it to the Champions League final against Bayer Leverkusen. Love that. Yes, give me a different team than City, Real Madrid, Barcelona. I love this. Bayer Leverkusen getting the recognition they deserve right there. But let's take a look at the team that did it. This is Mitch McGugan, Nketiah, Eze in the cam position. We have Ramsey on the right, which represents Redmond from my old career mode. We have Dokore in the CDM position, and then Özcan, who represents the main man, Ozan Tufan. Olis on the left, the highest rated player, 92 rated. Mitchell, 89 rated. Back in the day, I used to have Di Marco in there. Yes, Federico Di Marco from Inter. Back in the day, he didn't even used to have a picture in the game. So that's how long ago this was. And we go into Guehi, who has an 89 rating. My Eric Dyer, or should I say DA, as I called him back in the day. And then Anderson with the 88. Gomez with the 88. which represents the Spanish right back I used to have. And then Henderson in goal. Meza, it never really worked out, but just as an homage to the old good times, he has been brought in, just like the other players right here that have been brought in to support the team. Now, we're going to be moving into that Champions League final. But before we do that, one last look into the other competitions in the Premier League. Third. Come on. I was hoping we could have won that too. FA Cup. Okay. Manchester City. Carabao Cup. Okay. So we only have one trophy on the line this season, and it's the biggest one. So that's fine, right? So let's go ahead and smash it with Crystal Palace and get that big trophy against Leverkusen, who are coming in with Victor Boniface, Correa, Aurier, Barco, Kudus, Neves. I used to have Neves in my Crystal Palace career mode back in the day. I was watching some clips and I used to have him. Then we have Xhaka in there alongside Hansko and Guardiol and Araujo in defense. Oh my God, Mestes in goal as well. That defense is nuts, you know. That is very impressive. It's going to be tough to get past these lads, and it's going to be tough to stop Boniface, but I will be trying my absolute best for Crystal Palace. So off we go into a Champions League final. It's been a long time since I've done a standing Champions League final. So let's see how my performance is when I'm standing. Here we go. I mean, when you stand, you cannot do the typical gamer lean forward move, can you? I mean, I could go like this in order to go and be more serious about my game. But here we go with Oli straight away. Love the haircut. Can he find Nketiah? He cannot. But I will win this. Yes, I do. And Oli smacks it straight away. I want to be dangerous from minute 1. What the hell just happened there? What just happened? That guy is just laid on the floor. Why is he on the floor like that? So he just basically ran into Ramsey, and then he was... Oh, wow. Ramsey actually punched him. Look at his arm. He punches him down, and he's knocked out. Ramsey knocked out his opponent. We have a criminal in our team. And we are stuck because of it. Oh, there we go. Xhaka, good pass. Kudus running. Mitchell. Chase him. Mitchell, you nearly had him there for a second. Boniface, we can't let him shoot. Or if we do, we gotta save it. And Hendo does it. Uh-oh. Did it come down the wing? Kudus. Whoo, Anderson, that's a big tackle for me there. Boniface shoots. Saved. Lads, we're giving them too many chances to let Boniface shoot. Olis, you gotta be doing better defensively. And so do I, man. So do I. Whew. We are getting pressured by this Leverkusen team. But they haven't been able to score. And that's going to be their downfall. Trust me. We're giving this team chances to recover and come back into this game. But there goes Nketiah. Nketiah still somehow on the ball. Finally, we get a shot on target, man. Only took us like, what, 84 minutes? Boniface. Whew, right back. Coming in. Jumps in, and that could be a red card late into the game by Leverkusen. Could be dropping to 10 men, and yes, they will. If we end up going into extra time, that's going to be a huge advantage for our team. There's runs everywhere. Right back joins in. Oh, please. Imagine. Man, I remember my old right back from the career mode was a beast and actually going ahead and getting things done for the team as well. Oh, what a pass into Eze. Come on, Mitchell. I love that. Eze. Olis, don't lose it. Olis. Why can't I freaking score? Where he tries to jump in. Olis trying to put in tackles. Nothing's working out. Boniface could be through here if we actually let them play it out like this, and we sadly do. Boniface brings it back. Leverkusen had an opportunity late into this game as well. All right, let's do something fancy, shall we? Let's go, Ramsey. Let's go, Ramsey. Oh my God, if you score this, you're a hero. No, you gotta hit the target though, buddy. They're gonna make a mistake at some point here. There's John chasing it. And Nketiah joining. Oh, that's a good pass. I gotta cover the passing lane. You are kidding. Oh my God, how did they not score that? That is unbelievable. Bro, this game is crazy. Ramsey again down the wing. Asking Eze to make a run. Gets that run. Ramsey again. Now pushing in. There is Olis. There is Nketiah. There are multiple people at the far post, and none of them are actually getting the freaking ball. Özcan wins that lovely move, and then we sadly give it straight back into their feet. What a joke. Ooh, hold on. Hold on. Yes! Nketiah! Yes! Let's go! 121st minute. Eddie Nketiah, Mitch McGugan. That's it. That is it. That's the trophy for Crystal Palace. In one of the games where we have been extremely wasteful in front of the target, this Crystal Palace team is going to be lifting up the Champions League thanks to a last second, I should say, not even last minute, last second goal from Eddie Nketiah. And yes, the ref did blow the whistle a second later, basically, and here it is, Guehi lifting the trophy alongside his teammates. This has been such a fun rebuild. Crystal Palace will forever be in my heart due to the fact that I've had probably the best time recording career mode content at that point. And now these boys have done it once more. Homage to the old lads from FIFA 15. If you are still on the channel since then, thank you so much for still being around and going along this journey of reaching 500,000 subscribers. You guys are the best. I will catch you on the next rebuild. Take care and peace.